it happened again. So I admit it, I changed my diet more than a proboscis monkey in a hurricane. Something I do. I do that. So what? I've ditched the carbohydrate roller coaster for a more kid-friendly, one of those slow-moving train ones. A high-fat train that just goes around really slowly. And I feel much better. My skin is clearing up. My mood is enhancing. Digestion's good because I have my two best friends, magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate. They help food glide through my body like a fat married couple covered in Crisco. So, that's what we've done. So I'm back to the high-fat vegan diet. It's exciting. I've wanted to do this. This has been the one that I've wanted to work so bad because it's so delicious and I felt the most benefits from doing it. So we're gonna try to make it work, and I wanna show you what I eat in a day now. It's still open to interpretation. I'm still working through some stuff, but this is where it is right now. We're still determining how many carbs I can get away with without breaking out like a freak. So let's dive into it. You're not gonna dive into it. Stick your foot in the pool.
I love your colon, girl, it's my world. I won't ever make a sound.
So it starts with this elixir. Okay, he's done, thankfully. You get your lysine. That's for the herpes right there. Oh, forgot the coconut first. Coconut milk, to your desire. 1 cup, that's all you need. Then you add the herpes stuff. Glutamine, it's known to heal the gut lining. It also causes cancer. That's fun. Branched chain amino acids, for the gains. You probably don't need it. Creatine, that's a fun one. Makes your muscles look big when they're not. I like that. Bromelain, that helps digest amino acids. Digest that protein, my friend. 2 capsules. Carnosine, they say it's the most anti-aging substance on the planet. If you don't want to age, just eat some of that stuff. Cream of tartar, for the potassium, and it gives it a little sour taste. It's disgusting. Maca, that has some carbs in it, but it gives you sexual desires of the gods. There's your multivitamin. You don't need the full dose, just a few extra nutrients in your life. That's all that matters. Just a couple capsules there. Omega-3s. Hey vegans. DHA, that's fun. Oh, we got the probiotics there. 100 billion units. You want gas? Have that stuff. Then we got your turmeric. A little bit of black pepper to help with the absorption of the turmeric. And then some thyme. Thyme kills viruses. Monk fruit. That sweetens it. Without sugar. How magical is that? Don't forget your papaya chewable enzymes. That also helps digest the protein. And they're disgusting. So it's like an orange, dreamy thing. How does it taste, you ask? It's really good. Okay, it's not the greatest tasting thing you ever had, but I don't plan on doing this forever. I bought all this stuff and I gotta use it. My mind won't let me throw it out, so I'm gonna use it. There are some things that I will be keeping. Most likely the creatine powder, just because I noticed the difference. I don't want to take a supplement that I don't notice any difference taking. I'll probably keep the lysine to keep the herpes away. I haven't had a breakout since I ditched my toothpaste. Ironically, that might have been herpesing me up. It's something, maybe it was just a reaction to the sodium lauryl sulfates. Usually I don't buy shit like that, but it was this special tooth remineralizing toothpaste from Japan, and I've been testing it out and I don't really notice a difference, and it gives me herpes, so I'll probably stop taking it. I'll probably keep taking the digestive support, bromelain and papaya enzymes, possibly the carnosine, just because it's so anti-aging. Might as well take that. I probably won't buy the cream of tartar again. And maca, not very keto friendly, but per teaspoon 3 grams of carbs. It's not really something to be worrying about. And I do notice an increase in sexual potency and mood fun in my head. I'll probably keep the multivitamin just as a backup, but for the most part I want to get away from the whole elixir thing and just focus more on the foods. We'll see what happens. If I notice a benefit, I'm going to keep it. And the magnesium to help glide things through. I still got quite a bit of supplements, but I don't see it as a bad thing if they help your body and you feel a difference. It's like, I feel better taking this, so I'm going to take it. Natural or not, you're so natural. It's like having foot hair is natural. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. When it comes to actual food, we actually have a big pot of stuff here. Oh my goodness. So this is just a bunch of frozen Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and bean curd. It's like tofu, non-GMO, soy, protein-like tofu substances. I am pouring coconut milk over it. Then we got your homemade sauerkraut. I can't believe how delicious this is. It's just cabbage, onions, and garlic, and a bit of cayenne pepper. And I fermented all that for like 5 days. No added probiotics or anything, just natural. I use these fermenter lids. They go on top of a wide mason jar. I made a video about it. Click on the thing there if you want to see how I do it. The monk fruit does nothing. There's no sweetness to that thing. If you have any ideas on how to make that better tasting, I'm open to it. But usually I just throw in everything. It's like, oh, all this beneficial stuff, put it in there, and then, oh, whoa. And then I just deal with it. Get in the hatch. So I finished the elixir, and then I dive into my main meal, which also has, oh my god, macadamia nuts. So usually I'm just eating my meal and having macadamia nuts on the side, and I eat as many as I want until I'm satisfied. The problem is I don't reach that point ever. So I've been like binging. Last few days, last week pretty much, I had 4,500 calories one day. I was like, what? I bought a durian that I thought had 4,000 calories, but then it only had 1,600, and then I started eating more, and I was like, what? Before I knew it, 4,500 calories in my belly. This is an unnecessary part of the video. When will he stop? But I've been tracking my calories, and I'm up around 3,000 a day now, and I'm like, Jesus. I mean, it's not affecting the physique. Body composition wise, we're still good to go. My muscles, if anything, they shrunk down a bit. Here's what I've noticed on the carb depletion zone. Like once you deplete your muscles of glycogen, they shrink down. When your muscles are full of glycogen, they hold water as well. And I tell you, the combination of having creatine and a full glycogen tank, I was just looking in the mirror, I'm like, what? Who is that man? That is a man, that's a real man looking at me instead of the boy I'm used to seeing. I was actually thinking like, I'm too big now. I'm like huge, this is weird. So yeah, now that I'm on the carb depletion, it's like, okay, we've shrunk back down to like a school child who doesn't look like he's trying very hard in life. And there's nothing wrong with that, is there? No. So I'm gonna eat all this. I weigh my bag of macadamia nuts before and then weigh it after I'm done eating to know how many I've eaten. and we'll weigh it all. We'll put everything into Chronometer and just break down the macros, see how much fat I'm eating, and let's do that. It's like mustard, but not French's. It's like a special Arabian Dijon made of sand and flowers. I forgot, I have one Thai avocado left. I gotta be honest with you, these Thai avocados are not the greatest thing you've ever had in your life. They're more like the Jamaican ones, a little more water rich, and they're often just, they go bad. They go bad, and the pit is the size of King Kong. The pit, the whole thing is just pit. So I don't think I'll be making these a huge source of calories. That took a while to say. I usually take a swig of this right before my meal. I have not noticed any benefits to doing so, but I'd do it, and I probably won't buy this stuff again. I don't see any improvement. And what would a meal without hot sauce be? I'm trying to make my own. I tried a cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar, and Himalayan salt sauce, but the apple cider vinegar ruins it for me. This is just regular vinegar. If you have a better hot sauce recipe, post it down below, because I want one with a better high quality salt. I don't like that this one has just like iodized, refined crap. So I've eaten my meal today. I just feel so much more satisfied, and I don't know if it's because I used 3 blocks of tofu today. Maybe it's the protein I was lacking, but I tell you, last week my appetite has been insatiable. 3350 calories. Then I managed to get it down, 22, but this, boom, 4,400. So like 25, 3,400. Today we're back down. So either I'm lacking the carbs and I'm used to carbs and my body just hasn't adapted to fat and it wants the sugar. It's like, we're not getting it. I will eat 1 million calories of almonds until you get enough sugar, you asshole. That, or I've been so deficient in fats, my body's just sucking it up like a lemon. So this is what we did today. We're at 66% fat, 18% carbs, 15% protein, 107.9 grams of protein. For anybody who's curious, this is higher than I'm used to getting. So usually it's like 70 to 90. Now we're getting up a little higher, see if that helps with the gains. Carbohydrates. Didn't realize coconut milk was so high in carbs. What the carb? A little deficient in a couple of vitamins, but I take the multivitamin, which is so high in the B's, so who gives a shit? High in vitamin E as well. Giving a shit, not me. Decent enough omega-6 to 3 ratio, it's not too bad. Super safe levels of methionine, so non-cancer like. And the cysteine, pretty low, that's good, no cancer in my body, thank you very much. So hot. I have to stop the fan to make a video, it's too loud. And then after I eat this giant meal in the Thailand heat, it's just so hot. Help me. So far so good. We're gonna play around a little bit, tweak it. But my skin cleared up and then started to break out a little bit when I started introducing some of the roasted peanuts. I was on a binge fest, I'm telling you, I couldn't be satisfied. And so I'm just thinking downstairs, I was in the little 7-Eleven here. I like the Big C better. They're next to each other. And I was looking through the snacks and I'm like, peanuts. So I've been binging on the peanuts. I had this chocolate milk thing, pistachio nut milk with chocolate and a tiny bit of sugar, but I was drinking like 3 or 4 of them and I'm like, oh my God, what's turned into me? What have I turned into? It's like I couldn't stop eating for the longest time, like a week straight. Yeah, I think it's coming back down to normal now, but I don't know if it's just the transitionary phase where it's just like, give me food, you're not giving me the right food, give me more anything. So that's what I'm eating now, Who knows what it'll be next week. He's on the turtle shell diet. He just eats house plants and turtles. I always knew he'd do that. Workouts are going surprisingly well. I mean, I built most of my strength on the high-fat diet, and I've been trying to get back up to that level, basically. As soon as I quit that diet, I started losing strength again. So it's just weird how I have enough power to work out with like 60 to 80 grams of carbs a day. So when I go up high, it's like you'd think you'd have more energy, but my workouts actually suffer. So you don't need much carbs to replete. Is that a word? Refill the glycogen. It's way more than some people are having, like 400 grams of carbs a day, and they don't do much to earn it. So it's a little strange. That's where you can run into problems. If you can deplete that glycogen and have a place for it to go every day, then there's no excess spilling into your blood feeding fungus. You should be good to go. So I think that's it. It's hot. I need the fan back on. Okay, we're done. Thanks for watching the video. Thumbs up if you liked it. That's weird. Been getting a lot of these lately. But thumbs down if you've pulled a pig's tail to straighten it, and when you let go it stayed straight. You did it. And the pig was just like, thank you. You know what? Thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to do that. See, it's the symbiotic relationship we have with animals that matters. I'll leave. Subscribe for more videos though, before I do. I'll see you in the next one. Don't look at my balding hair. I wonder if it's gonna fall out again on the high fat. I hope not. It feels thick. I might shave it just to see, because I want to see if I'm a fraud too. I make all these hair loss videos and it's like people keep saying, oh, shave your head again and then you'll really compare. So I might do that. I'm curious. I want to know if it looks thicker than it did when it was shaved before. So might do that. I'll leave.